Well, rise and shine. Apparently, I was sleeping at the time, but we are going to do another trial yet again. And this time around, I'm going to show a couple things that I did off screen. As you may know, I've got a soul sand, quite eerie, sitting there. And I've got another wart sitting on top of it. And yes, you can grow the other warts only on soul sand, which is very, very odd. But I did that just so at least I have unlimited on nether warts. Anyhow, so we've got a potion stand, which I'm gonna go ahead and go in it. Which is officially ready, except I don't have vials anyhow to make potions. So we're gonna go ahead and do that in this episode, and we're gonna go ahead and go out to another trial site, which is I'm gonna actually leave that as a surprise because I do have one in mind that is gonna be quite unique to itself. But on the inside of it, we are gonna be dealing with monsters the entire time. So we're gonna be dealing with that pretty soon here. So with that in hand, so we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Get some sand, which is nowhere near here, naturally. Okay, so since you guys already know that I have the flight ability, so I'm gonna go ahead and fly out, naturally. And I gotta really pay attention around me here, because you never know what could, appear up randomly. So you never know, there could be a creeper nearby, or, monsters that spot at random spots, naturally, so. But it looks like there ain't none, so that's good. Now, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Now, we're going to see if we can find our boat. And then go ahead and surf on it. Our little miniature boat that we can surf on with. Just right here. Yes, I do have it as a memory where I left it at. Which is, somehow, I don't know how I remember. But, like I said, we're going to go ahead and get some sand. So we're going to try to get back off this boat here. And, hop right off. Right up here. Go. Now, like I said, we're going to go ahead and get some sand. Which there is sand right here below me, but I wanted to see if I can find sand that is like one block above. So I can go ahead and start grabbing at it. But I don't see any that's a block above. So we're going to go ahead and get up in this boat and back it up. And yes, you can back up this boat, but it's very slow. So you want to be very careful of your surroundings anyhow. So the next trial that we're going to go to is very, very hard to find, but the beacon will indicate of where it's located, but you won't see it above. Put that now. I see one in front of me, which is, as you can see right here, it's actually where one of them are. But I'm going to go a little bit to the left here, and in front of me, which you can't really see it, is also another beacon. You can't see it directly, but as soon as I get closer, and keep on getting closer, you will see it. As you can see, a very faint light showing through the screen here, which I'm going to get a little closer. You can see it right here. So I'm going to kind of slow it down just a little bit. So I'm going to use the cursor here. So here's a beacon that we're going to go ahead and try to take out. And underneath is basically where we're going to be. But before we do any of that, we got to get some vials. right? So, to get those files, we're going to go ahead and go on to like a nice little nifty land here, which is pretty well hidden, which I'm going to go ahead and put this boat on this side, however. I'm actually going to get onto this little land here, and you're going to be seeing what's on this land personally, because there's actually 2 entrances to get through here, but the trial site itself is inaccessible unless you know how to open it. So I'm actually going to go ahead and start mining at least 3 of these. So I got 3 in my hand right now. I got 3 right here. Right in my hand, as you can see. Right in my hand. Okay? Now, in my hand is the sand. So we're going to go ahead and save those because we don't have a furnace to cook them. Because what happens if you get sand and you cook it in a furnace? What do you get? Leave it in the comments below and tell me what you think of what you get. Because I'm going to leave that up to you guys to tell me what you receive from sand when you cook it in a furnace. What do you get in return? Leave it in the comments below of what you think. So, here we go. First trial site right here at the start of it. But we need to get our bow, a handy bow, and our nice little sword that we got. So, we got to make sure we have arrows on hand, and we've got that. So, we've got that definitely. And I did a little off-screen hunting in the nether. So, and yes, I did have a location of another portal somewhere up on this world. But it's actually not in sight as of right now because I'm nowhere near it. Nowhere close being near it, naturally. So, we're going to go ahead and let's see here. Since I have enough to grab one and make one ingredient, but I'm going to actually do that on the next episode, naturally. So, here we go. This is going to be a good start. But once you're actually in the trial site, you can actually, if you have the host options enabled, you can turn yourself invisible anyhow, or you can make yourself flyable, which your enemies won't get to you anyhow. So host options can be very helpful in any way. But I'm making this a little easier for me so that I'm going to go ahead and fly around, but I'm going to kind of hunt around a little bit and then do the actual trial site itself, which is going to be very, very complicated. As you can see in front of me here, there is a gate in front of me. Okay. Now, how to open it? No idea. Naturally, the only way to open it is through that sand. But there's only a nice little nifty way of doing it without mining the sand. There's a way to do it. Okay. But I'm glad that they've got, like, the whole structure underneath here guarded with, like, these little nifty iron bars and glass above you. I like that. That just, except, like, certain locations like this, because you could still swim up if you wanted. It's pretty intense, but still. But it looks like we've got a switch sitting here. If we activate it, nothing happens. Really, nothing happens. So, it looks like that's not the actual original spot. So, and it looks like we've got a 3x4 blue floor. I wonder what this blue floor would do. I wonder. Well, we won't know until we find out. So we're going to go ahead and take this off the wall and then try to place it in different spots here and see what we can find. Okay, so it doesn't go there apparently. So let me see. Oh, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. we actually found out how to open it. So naturally, that's what's going to be happening here. So we're going to actually find out what we have to do here. Get our handy dandy bow here, just to protect ourselves in any case. So like I said, I'm going to float around just a little bit just to get the hang of it. Because you never know what you can find up in here. Like slimes, yeah, there are found here. Skeletons, creepers, husks. And yes, husks are actually in the game here. Zombies, anything you can think of. Like any monster you can think of. And yeah, there are found here. But at the start, as you can see, they're not really found at all. So, as the more we move around, we can see what we can find. But I gotta really pay attention to what's around me, because you never know what you can run into, especially for a creeper, because creepers can kill you in an instant. But if you're lucky, you survive. If you're not, you're unfortunate. So, I don't like creepers at all. Just the way they do. They just sneak up on you. I just don't like it. Alright. Now, looks like we've got an enemy nearby. Just right over there. You see it? Just from the distance here. Just right over there. But I don't want to get too close to the wall anyhow, so... And it looks like the beacon is just right up there, but there's only one way of going up there without flying, and I'll show you how that is done once I take care of what I need to get up there, or how to get up there. Alright, so it looks like we've got spiders nearby. So we're going to go ahead and take the spider out, and go ahead and go, plop. Take that out. Take the experience orbs and the items within it, with it. But it sounds like a Enderman is nearby. The thing about Endermans, you don't want to look directly in their faces, because they don't like being looked at in their heads, because they are very sensitive to that. So you want to be very careful where, and depending on where the Enderman actually is, and you want to be careful, because you never know where they could be. Or hiding at. And it sounds like I can hear it, but I don't see it. So we're lucky as of right now. Alright, so now we gotta do this very cautious, because you never know what could happen here. So I'm invisible, so there's no way that they will spot me or kill me, because I'm not vulnerable to them as of right now. So I can do this if I wanted to with the stats that I got so far, or I can risk my life being up in here and then spawn somewhere else. I could do that. But this is a trial site. Once you're in, you can't get back out unless you die. So, let's see what we can do. Now, since the reason why I've got a sword is just because of those Endermans. Because once you hit the Enderman with an arrow, it doesn't, I think it hurts them, but they still teleport either way, so that it will make them impossible to hit. So the swords will make it easier for you to hit them. Being that that they're quite the annoyance to deal with, so we're gonna go ahead. Where is he at? He's around here somewhere. No, he is. He's somewhere. Okay, so I'm in the water. You get out. There we go. Whoa. Alright, let's see. Okay, if you look right over here, just right over there, it kind of looks like a man is standing there. Doesn't it not? It kind of looks like a giant man just standing there. Doesn't it not? It really does, just by looking at that. Just that, from the distance. Through that doorway, just right over there. Just straight out that way. Where my crosshair is, if you can see it, that is. It looks like a man is standing, like, right there. Or like a statue or something. That looks like a statue standing there. But it's actually the blocks that make look like someone standing there. Creepy, but still. Alright. So, we need to go up a little further. But there's only one way of doing that, naturally, is finding a path that allows you to go up anyhow. So, how would we get up there without a problem? Well, I can actually show you how. We need to find like these little nifty little paths, and look at this. We got a slime nearby. And look at this. Skeleton. We're going to go ahead and take him out right here, even though he doesn't see us. Boom! Take him out right there. Instantly. And there, as you can see, there was a creeper nearby. So we're going to go ahead and take that. Take that into the face, and how about you too? Yeah, you're going to die, buddy. Oh, you survived. I'm surprised. Yeah, there we go. Normally these would be hitting me, like how powerful they can be. But I'm gonna... Wow. Really? I'm gonna get out of here. As you can see, you can actually fly up in here if you wanted. But you want to be careful of where you fly to, because you don't want to fall into any of their traps, because their traps can lead to death. You want to be careful up in here. Alright, so now the only way to get through this trial is basically is finding a path that allows you to get through where you need to go. So you know what? Yeah. Back it up. Yeah, there we go. Any horse went down? No. Alright, so the only way I would say is if I could find that path, actually. There's only one way to doing it. Oh, okay. I'm surprised I didn't die from that. Yeah, back it up. Yeah. There's a creeper nearby, so that involves with a bow. So we're going to go ahead and... Yeah, we took him out pretty easy. So we're going to go ahead and take his items there. Alright. That slime is going to be the annoyance of dealing with. So we're going to go ahead and try to kind of scope them out a little bit. Trying to creep them out. Whoa, where the heck did I went? Oh, wow. I went down. Wow, that is so wrong there. Alright. Now. So we're going to go grab our sword here and get dead end. Or is that a dead end? Is it really a dead end? No, it's not. Thankfully. Alright. Here we go. Okay, so I found the path that I was looking for. So the basic traveling up the path here is getting higher heights. So we're going to go ahead and try to get up here if we can. And if you have the auto jump, you can hold the jump button that you have that it allows you to jump. Or basically you hold it until you get to a certain height, and then you just swim like you normally jump in the Pocket Edition. So then you use that as a good tactic of getting up to a higher heights. So here we go. Alright, so now up in here. Now this is where we need to be. Naturally, this is where we need to be. Okay. Up in here, the water will at some point will drop from right here. And then what happens is that you can swim up to the top. And then when you do that, that allows you to get to the top of this structure, which I found a switch, which I don't know what it does, and when I hit it, oh, look at that. Alright, as you can see, there is water that is allowing us to swim up. So we're going to go ahead and swim up, but it's going to take us a while. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Alright, if we can get up, there we go. Now we're on top, but now where's the beacon? Oh, there it is, right there. Alright, so here's the beacon. Now, before we mine this, we got to make sure we can find our items here. Alright, here we go. Sweet. So we're going to go ahead and take our black stained glass here, and we're going to go ahead and mine this thing here. Boom. Now that leaves that a somewhat a different or a solid no color at all, which we're going to go ahead and place our black stained glass right here to indicate that we completed the trial. But now we have to fight our way out. This is going to be quite interesting. We have to fight our way out, naturally. So we're going to go ahead and take our way, or fight our way out, which is going to be quite fun, naturally. So we're going to go ahead and get our sword out, or our bow if you guys have it. So we're going to go ahead and go down and kind of... Now, with the auto jump, you want to make sure you go all the way down until you actually know exactly to get back out of the water. So we're going to go ahead and get nothing in our hand, hit that switch, allows the water to be disabled. But yes, it does take a while. But as long as the water is no longer there, then you know that nothing can go up on top unless you know exactly that it's safe to get back down. Now, since here's a monster right here, we're going to go ahead and take him out instantly. Boom. And he drops instantly. And he's dead anyway, because it's a far long drop. But we got to make sure he's dead anyway. And it looks like I found an orb down there. Yep, he's dead. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take this nifty little path here. Bloop. And get these orbs here. Even though, wow, that was a zombie anyway, which I did not know about. But I'm going to take... Whoa, he's not dead yet. Ah, he went in the water. That was not good. But that leaves no life there. Okay, so there's a zombie nearby. Oh wow, it bounced right off of him. Do you see that? It keeps bouncing right off of him. That's so... There! Take him out. There we go. Can we get out of this water? For real! Can we get out of this water? Come on. That would be so nice right now. Please? Maybe? Thank you. This water is not being so nice to me, is it? No, it's not. Alright, getting out of here the same way you came in, of the entrance that you walked in, will be the path that you took on the way in. And now you got to go back the same way on the way out, since the other path on the other side is blocked, and you have to somehow open it. But unfortunately, you can't from the inside. So, you would have to go back the same way. Now, in case there are any monsters nearby, you want to make sure you take them out before you exit. And if you don't see any, make a run for it. Like literally, a run for it. Just get through the door. And if you can get out, there we go.
I was hoping I was a little higher, but higher than that, but that was okay. So we're gonna go ahead and just run up the stairs. If we can, we can. Wow, it's like a little nice little optical course up in here, which is kind of okay. But you know what? We managed to get out of there, no problem. But you know what? We ain't done yet. Because it's starting to get day or night. Which one is it? Which one is it? Oh yeah, it's starting to get day. So that's pretty neat. So we're going to go ahead and get in this boat and take our bow and arrow out of our hands and then go ahead and surf away. So we're going to go ahead and go to the right here. And there's only one way getting to our base. So, and if you guys chose any other team bases, which I'm going to show them right off in this episode, since I forgot to do that in the last episode. So, I'm going to show those off real quick while I've got time. Since I went through that trial like butter. Alright. As you can see, right next to me is another trial site, which is right there. But we're not going to do that until, like, at the very last... Actually, the last one, literally, so... But there are other trial sites that we can go to. So, I don't think I'm going to do 2 trial sites in one episode because that'll be taking up too much time. So, right next to me is actually magenta color. Magenta team is actually the team color that's within right here. So, we're going to go ahead and kind of surf right here. Kind of stay right there and click on that. Boom. So, magenta is right here. Team Magenta is right here. Even though it doesn't look like it, but this sign right here with the magenta stained glass right up in it is actually telling you that this is the magenta team base. But I don't like this autosave, so I'll catch you guys in a little bit. And we're back. So, don't you guys hate when you are playing Minecraft quite a few times and you're trying to build some stuff or like build anything that you, like build something that you want and then it autosaves in the middle of your construction? Don't you hate that? I certainly do. I most certainly hate that. So, as I was saying, so Magenta team is right here, which is very simple, not really too hard. Up inside, I'm going to show you real quick here, which is not that hard at all. I'm going to flutter a little bit right up in here, so I'm going to fly right here, so that if any monsters are up in here, I don't want to get seen by them. So, as you can see, way in the back there is the Magenta team's base, right up in the back. But as you may know, I am not that team, so I can't go up in their team at any time. Unless if there's someone that's in the team on that color, that if they tell me I can be allowed in their team base, even though I'm not their team, well, then I could. But since I'm the only one in this world right now, and the team colors, and here's another one right here, which is not very simple to look at because you'll see why. Ow. Just naturally that hurt. Did it? No. Alright, so up in here is another team base right over here, and it's believe me, once you look inside this thing, and I'm just going to go inside here so you can see the inside since you can't really see a whole lot from the outside. So I can go up in here. I don't even know if this is one of the team bases, but since there's no one to be in this team base as of right now, you can actually be a team green, which is this one here. As you can see, everything is team green. Everything is green so that you know that team green is going to be your color if you chose team green. And if you chose team green, you get 4 furnaces all in one block. 2x2 square, which is pretty nice. I like that. But this switch here, once you hit this, turns off the lights above, which is kind of nice. But I'm going to show off one other team base, which is not too far from here. And I'm going to go ahead and fly there quickly, and I don't want to take too much of your time. And right here is actually Team Orange, which I'm going to go ahead and fly right up here. And yes, it's really way up here. If you like heights, Team Orange is your thing. So up in here, the only way of getting inside is literally going through that little tornado effect staircase up in here. Go right up inside, and boom, you're inside. No problem. But unfortunately, since since I can't literally get up in here, either I can just go ahead and just check this out real quick, and I will replace that anyhow. So we're gonna go ahead and flutter right up here real quick. We're gonna go ahead and flutter up just a little bit. Now up in here is actually not very spacey at all, but up in here you can see 4 orange banners, orange bed, and up in here there's a chest, there's a crafting table, and 1 furnace, which is not a whole lot. And down here you can see it's all fenced in so that you won't be able to get up in here anyway. But it's just that one section up there, which is not that entirely too bad. So I'm going to go ahead and go down here. If you like heights, Team Orange is your thing. Because Team Orange is going to be way up in the sky, and that's pretty high. And I don't like heights. I like to be on the main ground sometimes. But yes, if you're flyable, you can probably fly up there, no problem. But since I want to make it easier for most players, and they want Team Orange, all they have to do is just go all the way up in that staircase. There is an entrance that allows you to go up there. But no one will know you're up there unless you get up there. But if you say, I'm at Team Orange right now, you're allowed to come here if you want, as long as I'm here. But once I leave, you can't. So then that gives you an indicator you can get there. But by the time you get there, they probably will be already on those staircases going down. So, not a good idea. Anyhow, so like I said earlier, I said, leave in the comments below of what you think sand turns into once you put it into the furnace in Minecraft. What do you think? Put it in the comments below, and I'll tell you if you're right or not. So, I will, that will be it, actually. That's the end of this video. So if you like this video, please leave a like, and also post this or share this video. It really, really helps. And I'll catch you guys in the next episode, and I'll catch you guys then. I'm Survival Man 1, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.